Welcome back to Cronkite Sports Report. The relationship between parent and child when that parent is also the child's coach can present a difficult dynamic.
As Kiana Wollangk explains, it can be rewarding, but also has its challenges.
For volleyball player Brooke Wilson, being coached by her mother Christy for 3 seasons was just enough to strengthen their relationship without damaging their bond.
Sometimes it can be hard because she'll say I did good, but then she gives me a bunch of things I need to work on. So it's not a normal, you did a good job.
We made some great friends. It was great. I mean, we had an amazing time. Until she got to about 11, and then it was okay, it's time to move on. I was coaching all the other girls and not really her anymore.
Wintergreen research found that 6 in 10 children, ages 6 to 12, regularly participate in team sports in the U.S. Those kids need coaches, but when you add coach to the title of mom or dad, it can be a challenge.
When you are a parent and you're a coach, your struggle is with being there for your child and being there for the group of children, right? And so whenever those are competing interests, it definitely complicates the relationship.
Unfortunately, coaching your own child could lead to conflicts at the field and at home, says Scott Brooks, Director of Research for Global Sport Institute.
Parents can want to be involved far longer than their children want to be involved. There's no break, right? Their parent is always their coach, even when they're not talking about sport.
As a parent coaching her own child, Christy Wilson said she sometimes felt like she had to overcompensate.
You have to be almost harder on your own kid if you want to be respected as a coach.
Sometimes kids or parents who are coaching don't like all of the attention. They know that others think they get favorable treatment, so sometimes they play down.
Adding to the challenge, money. According to Wintergreen research, youth sports is now a $17 billion industry in the U.S. In addition, families can spend upwards of $1,000 per month on sports for their children, according to a survey by TD Ameritrade.
When parents are paying that kind of money, when you have to pay in order for your kid to play, there's a lot of pressure that comes with that. And it's hard not to remind your kid when you've made that kind of investment.
Navigating this new dimension of the parent-child relationship can be difficult, but it is distinguishing the difference between parent and coach that can make this experience successful.
The best way to maintain a balance is to leave what happens on the sport field at the sports field, and to really have a clear boundary of when I am of where sports begin and end. Because you don't want your kid to feel like how they perform on the field is going to impact how you love.
Regardless of the issues that could arise from these complexities, for some families, the benefits can exceed the negative effects.
The time, you just can't, that's just priceless. You can't get that back.
When everything is settled and the game clock runs out, the wins don't matter because being a parent comes first. As happened when Brooke was competing in a volleyball tournament and needed Coach Christy to just be mom.
I hurt my thumb, and she took me to the emergency room instead of going out and playing the game with the team, and I just felt more important at that time.
Bottom line, the relationship between parent and child will always be far greater than any outcome.
Parents often are well-intentioned, really want what's best for their kid, believe in their kid more than the kid believes in themselves. And that's the job of a parent, that unconditional love.
In Phoenix, Kiana Wollangk, Cronkite Sports Report.